Moments with Mark, Mark chapter 10, starting with verse 46. Here we have the story of Jesus healing blind Bartimaeus. Really brings up the topic of health and health issues. As we all get older, we develop health issues, and we must go to the great physician and seek his guidance and prayer. Health decline is just part of aging, part of the process. But we can go to God in prayer and ask for healing. Scripture talks about that. And of course, we ought to avail ourselves of every human advantage when it comes to health issues and medicine and so forth. And so here we have Jesus helping this man with his blindness. Then they reached Jericho, and as Jesus as I was talking, some deer, about 8 deer, were just walking through my backyard. So I thought I'd show you that. But let's pick up the passage. Then they reached Jericho, and as Jesus and his disciples left town, a large crowd followed him. A blind beggar named Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus. Whenever you read in Scripture a name like Bartimaeus, B-A-R means son of. Like Barabbas at the trial of Jesus, Barabbas means son of the Father. Abba, Father, B-A-R, son. So Barabbas is son of the Father. Here, Bartimaeus is son of Timaeus. He was sitting beside the road because he was begging for funds from people to sustain his life because he couldn't work because of his blindness. When Bartimaeus heard that Jesus of Nazareth was nearby, he began to shout, "Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me." "Be quiet," many of the people yelled at him, but he only shouted louder, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Now listen, folks, this is a pattern for all of us. This is a prayer that all of us can pray. Jesus, have mercy on us. We need his mercy, his grace, his forgiveness, his love, his compassion. We need it. This is a prayer for every one of us. When Jesus heard him, he stopped. Jesus stopped. The other people told him to be quiet, but Jesus stopped to listen to him. "Tell him to come here." So he called the blind man. "Cheer up," they said. "Come on, he's calling you." What a change in the people, right? First they were saying, "Quit annoying Jesus with your yelling." And now they have changed their tone and saying, "Oh, cheer up. He wants you to come to him." So they called the blind man, and Bartimaeus threw aside his coat, jumped up, and came to Jesus. Be a beggar. Cry to God for mercy. He will offer openly his love and compassion and his mercy. "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. Seems like an obvious question, right? What do you want me to do for you? I'm blind. Help my blindness. Help me to see. You're the great physician. You've healed many. Heal me of my blindness. Give me a normal life. "My rabbi," the blind man said, "I want to see." And Jesus said to him, "Go, for your faith has healed you." And instantly the man could see, and he followed Jesus down the road. And so we come to the conclusion of chapter 10 with the idea that Jesus has compassion upon this blind man. Another lesson we learn from this blind Bartimaeus story is that Jesus is never too busy to meet your need, and that you can bring whatever your need is to him in prayer. He's never too busy to hear the needs of his children. And when we pick up chapter 11, The rest of the chapters, 11 through 16, are dealing with the cross, death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. So almost a third or more of the Gospel of Mark is dealing with the story of the last week of Jesus.